Hi, I'm Ashley, and welcome back to the Goose and Ghost podcast. So this is redo episode 1. I've tried this before, but it wasn't great. So we're gonna go and just restart it and just do the whole thing and feel good about it and put it out in the world. It'll be great. So like I said, my name is Ashley. I am a knitter and sometimes crocheter and sometimes designer, based out of Seattle, Washington in the United States. And I started knitting literally day 1 of the pandemic. So this was absolutely a pandemic pickup for me. And most people with their pandemic hobbies stopped once things started going semi-okay. I say that like things are even close to normal now, but I just didn't stop. And I'm a little bit obsessed now. So it's fine, it's cool, it's casual. But this podcast will follow the traditional podcast format of FOs and whips and acquisitions. Don't have any acquisitions today, but I do have some yarn to show as an acquisition. I'll explain when we get to it. It'll be fine. It'll make sense. But let's just get started. We'll start with what I'm wearing, yeah? So this is, let's see, this is the Gelato Tank by Gabrielle Vesna. And I knit it out of an old knit crate yarn called Vitellana Linen Jewel. And I don't subscribe to Knit Crate anymore, but of course, as things happen, I have 2 Knit Crate yarns in this podcast, which of course I'm finally going to get to use them now, of course. But I don't subscribe to Knit Crate anymore, but I still have the yarn that I need to use. So this is a merino silk linen blend of yarns, and so I made this tank top out of it. It's super breezy, it's beautiful, and I love this V. It's got some lace detail and some baubles all down the front in this V. Excuse me. My voice might be a little bit funky throughout. I am recovering from the flu last week and my voice was totally gone, so I apologize. So I do really like this tank. It has an I-cord strap. The one thing that I don't like is how low the underarms go. Like, this is fully most of my bra strap. So, and it's not like I knit it too low. Like, this is decently high. It's just this is really low under the underarms. So I don't love that. I would change that for if I make it again in the future. I don't think I will, just because I don't really enjoy repeating patterns. It's just not fun for me. There are a few exceptions, but that is something that I would change is the underarm. Other than that, love it. Will probably be wearing it all the time. I did finish it recently. And I do this fun thing where I will save a finished object to wear it for something special, a special day, whether that's just like going out on a date or to a bar or something. Sorry about that. My boyfriend called. He's out running jet boats right now with his buddies, and they ran out of fuel. So that's great. They're just stranded in the middle of the river now. It's fine. They've got somebody bringing them fuel. It'll be fine. So, anyways, I don't remember where I left off with this, but I think I'd said everything I needed to. This is I think I was going to say that the first time I wore it was a couple days ago, and I finished it a couple weeks ago. So, yeah. I love this color. This isn't normally a color I would go for, but it's really pretty. So, that's great. All right, we'll move on to my next finished object, which is actually a finished object I finished this week. It is right here. This is a gift knit. It's also a test knit. So this will be for my nephew, who is currently 3 months old, and I'll give it to him for Christmas when he'll be 7 months old. I can't do math, it's fine. But none of my ends are woven in. All of my stitch markers are still in it. I haven't blocked it yet. It's fine. It's finished. All the knitting's done. This is the cutest thing ever. This is the Fossil Frenzy Junior Tee by Mary Hunt, and the color work goes all the way around. How adorable. So I did the 6 to 12 month size with the short sleeve option, and you can do it in either short sleeve, thus the tee, or a long sleeve. I originally was going to do a long sleeve, but I decided I didn't want to knit the long sleeves, so I did the short sleeves. So, how cute. How freaking cute. I'm in love. I hope my sister-in-law loves it too. So, the yarn. I did it out. It is a fingering weight garment, and she does have an adult size version of it out too, which has already been released. The kids size version will be coming out. Kids, it goes from newborn to 10 years, and then the adult is all sizes. It'll be coming out September 9th. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. So much fun to knit. So the yarn is fingering weight. I did it out of the gray is, you can see it's a little bit darker, a little bit heathered. The gray is Cascade Heritage in the color charcoal. And the blue is not the Hobby brand sock yarn, but it's one of the exclusive Hobby brands. It's called Mayflower One Class. And this is the color Ocean Blue. And I was debating back and forth for a while if I would do the gray as the main color and the blue as the contrast color. Eventually I did decide to do the gray as the main color, simply because I thought it would be easier to cover up stains, like if he spits up or dribbles food down or jumps in dirt. I don't know, he probably won't be jumping at that point. If it gets dirty, it'll be easier for the gray. And it's all super wash, so she'll be able to wash it easy. It's so cute. I'm in love. And I'll let you guys know when this pattern comes out. I will update you here, and of course on my Instagram, which I will have linked down below. You can follow me at Goose and Ghost Knits. It's great, do it, fun. So, it's so cute. I didn't think that I wanted to make the adult version because I didn't think I would ever wear it. But now I'm considering making the adult version. We'll see. We'll see. So, that's all I have for finished objects. I have a couple whips that I'm going to share, and we'll start with this one because it's a half finished object, and it's actually a pattern that comes out tomorrow, August 15th, and it's really cute, and it's a really interesting design. I'm gonna flash this and you're like, it's a sock. Yes, but okay, focus. So you cast on normally like you would knit a sock cuff, and then you cast off. And then, you see that? You crochet granny squares. Then you attach them and keep knitting a vanilla sock. And then you crochet some granny stripes. And then there's the option in the pattern to do a knit toe or a crochet toe. I said, let's go all in, do the damn thing, and go with the crochet toe. So I've got, like I said, it's a really interesting design. I did sub out a shadow wrap heel, which is my normal heel in socks. I don't enjoy a heel flap and gusset, so shadow wrap is almost always what I use. Okay, yarn. I've got Knit Picks Stroll hand painted in celery seed for the main color. The dark blue, navy blue, here is Stroll in navy. The bright blue is Katya One United sock. I don't remember a color name on it. And the gray is a mystery, come on, focus, mystery Yarnaceous fibers mini. So, come on, stop focusing on me. So Katya, Stroll, Yarnaceous, Stroll. So it's really fun to see the difference between the knit, how it works up, and the crochet, how it works up with this heavily variegated yarn. So I haven't cast on the second sock yet. I will be soon because I really want to wear these. I think they'd be so cute with like a pair of 90s jelly sandals, which I do have. It'd be great. And with my Birkenstocks too, and just in general. So pick this up tomorrow, August 15th. Emily Crow is the designer. She did a fantastic job, and I'll update the description below when the pattern comes out. And I'll have my Ravelry pattern, my Ravelry page for this pattern linked down below. So when it comes out, it'll get linked to the pattern page there too. So, yay. This is, oh, they're called the Granny Knocks Your Socks Off socks by Emily Crow. So these come out tomorrow, August 15th, for, of course, National Granny Square Day. How perfect. How perfect. Okay. I have 2 more pairs of socks. Actually, all 3 pairs of socks I have, I'm on the second sock, so that's great. We'll go with this one next. So, this is a long-term project. I'm only working on this one on select times. Fun, right? Fun. Okay, so this is my boat racing sock. And my family races boats, and this is the color. These are the colors of our boat. And I was like, of course, how perfect. So this yarn is Seismic Yarns. Seismic Yarns in Seismic Butter Sock, which is an 85-15 Superwash Extra Fine Merino Nylon blend in the color Not So Mellow Yellow, and it is neon, and it's fantastic. It's perfect. It's great. This is that Stroll again, and this is another Katya One United sock. So I finished that sock, and I'm on to the second one now. And there's only 1 boat race left for the year in September, so I actually might work on this before then so that I can finish it at the boat race. So I'm this far in. And it's just a vanilla sock. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. I didn't want to have to try and think too hard while I was at boat races. I just needed something to keep my hands busy during slow times. So this is my boat racing sock. Of course, my Ravelry pattern page will be linked down below. All right, and then the last, I'm really on, there's kind of a constant color theme with my socks right now. I've got that neon yellow, I've got this pastel and neon green and blue and white, and now we'll go to another pastel-y neon green and a neon yellow. So this is the Green Lake socks. This is the next sock pattern that will be coming out in my Seattle sock series. So I've got a group of patterns, group of socks. Oh my god. Group of socks, all with names and inspiration with the different neighborhoods of Seattle. So this is going to be the Green Lake neighborhood, and it is a one side, down the side, you have this kind of leafy, snaky zigzag all the way down the side. Contrast toe. Nothing on the other side. So, of course, the other sock, which I'm close to finishing the leg for, I think I have one more pattern repeat. It mirrors it. So you have, this will be the right sock, so that this goes on the outside, and this will be the left sock because it goes down the left side. So I'm working on the second sock right now. You can see the pattern there. And this is in testing right now. A couple of my testers have already finished both socks and sent me pictures, and they look fantastic. It's so pretty, so cute. I keep adjusting here. I'm wearing bike shorts and my couch is leather and they keep sticking and getting uncomfortable. And so I'm sorry about the noise. I might have to rethink this for where I film next time. But this is where my window is right here, so this is where I get the best light. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So this is in pattern testing right now. The tentative release date right now is August 26th, so next Friday. I don't plan to film another podcast before then, but I will let you guys know in my next podcast release information, and if you follow me on Instagram, there will be release information there as well. A whole bunch of it. It'll be great. I'm really excited to share it with you because it's a fun pattern. I kind of enjoyed the long stretches of stockinette with just a little bit of a pattern, especially on a sock. I think it's fun. I really enjoy a mishmash like that. And this is, so I've got my pattern bags here, or my project bags, pattern bags. So all of the ones that I have right now are from the same maker. I will link her Etsy down below. I don't know, none of these patterns will still be available because I bought them about a year ago and they were on clearance then. But I will link her down below because I love these bags and they were very affordable for what they were. Like, I think each of those was $15. So, predictably, my battery died on my camera. So this is going great. So I just went and ate some lunch and waited for the battery to charge and scrolled TikTok for like maybe longer than I should, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Now we can finish. So I was just saying about how those bags are really cheap. They're only like $15 each on clearance. I don't know what her normal price of bags are, but I really love those ones. So, last work in progress that I have, kind of. I have another work in progress, but I'm not going to show it, but we're going to talk about it. Last work in progress that I'm going to show today. This is called the Arcuate Vest. Right, it's by Carissa Lamb. It is a all over cabled vest, and it's bottom up. Not super far into it right now. But this is also a knit crate yarn. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys. This is Odin Wool's Bloom in the color Forget Me Not. Such a beautiful yarn. It is 80% alpaca, 10% silk, and 10% camel. It is a DK weight. I'm making size 3 because that is as much as I have yarn for, so it's going to be a little bit tight fitting on me. Normally, I think this one is going to be a 40-inch bust, and she does recommend positive ease for this, and I normally prefer positive ease, and I have a 40-inch bust, but this is all that I had yarn for. I had 3 balls, and I'm on the second one right now, and I think I will probably be playing Yarn Chicken at the end, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it'll be fine. But this yarn is beautiful. It feels so nice. I wish that I had enough for a full sweater, but I only have enough for a vest. And I don't know how often I'll wear a vest, but that's fine. I'll give it to my best friend if I don't wear it a lot, because I know that she'll wear it. But it's super cute. And then my stitch marker here. This is from, focus on Constance. So this is from Fangirl Fibers. This was from a Halloween advent that she did last year that was Haunted Mansion themed. And this is one of the stitch markers that was in it. This is, oh, I don't know if it'll focus on her. Probably not. This is Constance Hatchaway, the Black Widow bride, one of the characters from the Haunted Mansion in Disney, and it's my favorite ride. I am a Disney person. I wouldn't say that I'm like a Disney adult, but a little bit. My sister's more of the Disney adult than I am, and she'll own up to it. And it's funny where she's landed up from that, but so that's the last work in progress that I'm going to show. I'm going to show the yarn for my other work in progress, because this is a new design that I started 2 days ago. This is my first ever garment design, and I don't want to share what it looks like yet because I'm just about halfway. It's a cardigan. I'm looking at it right now. It's a drop shoulder cardigan, and I'm working on the back panel where the design work is going to be. And I'm only halfway through the first set of charts, and it's going to be stacked charts on top of each other. So I want to finish a little bit more before I share with anybody. I've been showing my mom pictures, and my boyfriend's been helping me with some of the math that I need double checked. So obviously they have seen it, but those are the only 2 people that I've really shown it to so far. And I just want to get through the first complete chart before I show anybody what it looks like. But I'll share the yarn. So this is worsted weight. So worsted weight drop shoulder cardigan. I don't know if there's with, I said charts, it's gonna be intarsia down the back. This is the first time I have ever done intarsia. So why not jump in full throttle and make it my own design? It's fine. It actually hasn't been as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Like anything, when I first started, I was really confused, but once I got into my swatches, because I did 2 swatches before I started, once I got into it, it was a lot easier than it really seemed. And I definitely hyped up Intarsia to be this super complicated thing, and it wasn't. It was pretty easy. There's some really good tutorials on the internet that I'll definitely be sharing when I get closer to finishing, and they'll be included in the pattern itself so that there's easy reference. So main color. Main color is gonna be this Wool of the Andes tweed. This is the color Oyster Heather. And then I have seven contrast colors. I'm also coming up with a version where there's only 3 contrast colors, but for my first sample, I'm going with the 7, and then I'm gonna make my mom a version with the 3. It'll be fun because she's a little bit of a different size, so it'll help me check my grading, and I'll start it before I send it off to testers. So it'll be good. Okay, so contrast, I'm not even gonna go in order of what I actually have them labeled as, just as I pull them out. So contrast color 1, Wool of the Andes tweed in Olive Heather. It is this, I won't call it mustard, but like greeny gold with tweed bits. 2, I've got Cilantro Heather. Very pretty, very pretty. 3, we've got Camel Heather. And all of these are either Wool of the Andes or Wool of the Andes tweed, and they're non-superwash so that I can spit splice, which has actually turned out to be very helpful. 4 is Wool of the Andes tweed in Garnet Heather. I love this color. 5 is Persimmon Heather. Super pretty. 6 is Aurora Heather, and I've used this one in so many projects before, and I'm gonna keep using it. Just the most beautiful emerald green. And the last one is Aloe Heather. So let's see if I can hold all of them up together. And if you want to know what Ashley looks like in a palette, this is it. This is me. Just all of the autumn colors. These are my favorite colors, and I think they're so cute. So pretty. And I'm so happy that I added a couple tweed colors in, because it just adds just a little bit of texture, especially since I decided that my main color was going to be the tweed. So this will be really what most of it looks like. And yeah, I'm really thrilled with it so far. I just want to see what it looks like before I share what it looks like. So I've got a name picked out for it. I have a general timeline of how long I think that's going to take me. I think I'll be done working on my size in the next month. Hopefully sooner than that, but because this is my first garment design, I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to do it really quick, but that's fine, because I'm really not thinking that I'm gonna have it out until like January. So I'm just going slow. It's going great. I've had a couple roadblocks so far, but with numbers, because like I said, I'm not good at math, and I really need reassurance from some of the people around me who are good at math to tell me you're doing it right. So I just need somebody to double check me. Even before I'm gonna send it off to a tech editor, I really want somebody to be sitting there with me being like, no, it's fine, you're doing good. Because I am so stressed out about math. I'm exposing myself on the internet here, guys. I failed pre-college, the first college level math class you can take twice. And then at my second university that I just graduated from, I didn't even have to take a math class, but I had to take a physics class that covered my math credit. And I needed my boyfriend to double check me on every single problem that I did because I struggled so hard. I'm holding up my swatch. I don't want to share that. So I really want to do this. I really want to see this pattern because I haven't seen anybody else even come close to coming up with something like this. I'm going to be a little bit heartbroken if somebody decides to come up with this pattern for a fall release, because I'm shocked that nobody has, because it's something that's really trendy. But we'll see. I'm still gonna keep going on it, even if somebody comes up with something similar. It'll just be for me. And maybe I'll keep sharing it. I don't know. It'll be fine. So, life stuff. Now that I'm all done, these are all of my knitting projects that I've got going on. I don't have much else to share on the knitting front. But life stuff. I said that I had the flu this week. It was miserable. I tested negative for COVID every time that I took a test, but I think that was the sickest that I've been in years. It was miserable. I don't know. I don't really have much going on right now. I'm just applying for jobs. I just graduated from college in April. It's now August, and I haven't had a whole lot of leads with getting a grown-up job. I say grown-up job, but I'm really going into a field that's very fun and kind of, some people will definitely say childlike. I'm going into work on video games, so it's not like I'm looking for something super serious. I need a job. I need to make some money. I graduated, my degree I graduated with is 3D art and animation. No, digital art and animation. My emphasis was in 3D modeling for environments and backgrounds and props and vehicles and stuff like that. So super, super fun. Just trying to make some connections and convince people that I'm really good at what I do. And it's hard. It's definitely hard, but we'll get there. It's fine. It just leaves me right now with a lot of time for knitting and personal life, which I haven't had because my school was so intense. Like, genuinely, it's known for being one of the most difficult schools in America. It's really hard, but I'm glad that I got through it. I'm very proud of myself. It's just figuring out what to do next. It's good to have a break. It's good to be able to breathe and figure out what I'm gonna do with myself for the rest of my life. So Other than that, not too much going on. So I'd really appreciate it if you would give this video a like. Comment down below. Tell me, I'm looking to cook more. I enjoy cooking a lot. I don't get to do it often because it takes a lot of energy. And my boyfriend and I live in an apartment where we share a kitchen. So it's kind of like working around somebody else's schedule too. So I would love if you would leave some recipes for me down below. Tell me what your favorite thing to cook is, and I would love to hear. The other thing I want to hear about, because this is where my mind has been stuck on the last couple of days, I want to know what your favorite DK or worsted weight sweaters is. I've been making a bunch of fingering weight objects, garments, and accessories lately. I want some heavier excuse me. I want some heavier weight things for this fall. And I have some yarn set aside for sweaters that I don't have projects for in DK and worsted weight. So I would love to hear what your favorite DK and worsted weight sweaters are. And I will definitely look into them. I won't cast them on in between now and my next podcast, which I'm planning to do every other week, because I have 2 garments on the needles right now, and I usually limit myself to 1 garment at a time. That's fine. But they will get added to my queue for the fall. So I want to hear it. Please let me know, and give me a follow on Instagram at Goose and Ghost Knits. I'll leave a link down below for everything that we talked about in this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.